But yeah, in some cases that's kind of half the fun as well because it gets everybody chatting in the morning, and I guess because you, the viewers, involved, and as well as us involved, which is great. And yeah, once again, just for anybody that might be new tuning in, this is WeChat here at Wild Earth, and yeah, we're located in the Juma Game Reserve in South Africa, and this is the WeChat where yeah, you're just hearing my voice, Simon, behind behind this kind of a giraffe a little bit. I'm just sitting in the final control here, and this is an episode of WeChat, which gives you an opportunity to ask us questions. You can do so by logging on to the We Social Network, which is under our main website, and then under We Shows, there's the WeChat, so you can ask us questions there, as well as you can send questions to Final Control at wildearth.tv. And then you can send them at any time throughout the day through game and also during game drives, because we do like to try and answer questions if it's kind of a slow game drive. Yeah. And if you're hearing an interesting noise kind of in the background, that's Pete just working on getting the clips up and running. So yeah. So anyways, once again, thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, this giraffe just looks like a little bit confused. Hasn't figured out what it wants to do yet. Alright, looks like it's slowly coming back to the water hole. And we'll see what it does. It's always been interesting to watch some of the animals come down to the watering holes to see what their reactions will be, especially when the rocks first got placed in. So where the rocks to the left, they put those in there. Okay, it looks like it's coming down. It's going to attempt to drink. There you go. It's kind of positioning itself, and the reason why they kind of drink like this, their knees actually don't really bend that well, and so they have to do this unique kind of crouch that you're looking at right now. They just kind of spread their legs out wide and kind of bend down, and as you can see, it's a little bit of an interesting task for the giraffes to drink, but it's always interesting to watch. And there it goes, almost. It's getting closer. All right, we got a question that just came in from William, once again on the Final Control at wildearth.tv. He was wondering, do we have any fans in the Final Control? Yes, we actually have an air conditioning unit, but of course one of the glass doors is kind of broken, so it doesn't cool down quite as much as it should, but it is definitely a few degrees cooler than outside. And I think at one point we are going to try and get some fans in the FCC in the Final Control, as well as all the rooms here, just because as summer is approaching, it's going to get hotter and hotter, and so it's always nice to have a little bit of airflow going through to try and cool things off. Yeah, it looks like there's some more people joining into the chat room, so good morning, everybody. And yeah, right now we're just watching this giraffe, trying to figure out if it's going to come down to actually drink or not. Yeah.
Yeah, as I was watching, actually just wondering as well, because I guess technically the giraffe could also just sit on its knees and drink, but same thing happened when somewhere in Spier, close to Cape Town, there's a cheetah rehabilitation project, and there you can also go with the cheetahs. And what they always say there is if you sit down and kneel down, don't sit on your knees actually and put your feet back, but just crouch. So that means that if something happens, you can get up a lot faster. And I'm actually thinking actually that that's the reason also that the giraffe makes this maybe unelegant pose. That it would be easier to just go down on its knees and drink, apart from maybe the weight of it, but also that pose allows it to, if something happens, to much quicker get up and get away like that. It's more like also a safety precaution. That is not necessarily the easiest one, but that is the safest way of drinking. But that's just something I've thought of while watching it just now. That's not a scientific fact or thing, that's just Pete's theory, so to say. Shall I cut to that? Looks like there's some grooming being done by a red-billed oxpecker. And actually, I know Rexon especially is looking for the yellow-billed oxpecker, which is much rarer than the red-billed, especially in these areas. But a couple of days ago, I did get a report from one of the rangers or managers of Savannah Lodge, which is a bit to the southwest of us, that actually they had seen yellow-billed oxpecker on a rhino sighting. So there are some around, so we're going to keep an eye out and see if we can spot the yellow-billed, which will be nice and special. Chances of that are not very big, but it's always good to keep your eyes open. Sometimes within birds and a flock of birds that you think are all the birds that you expect to see, there's one unexpected one. So it's always good to keep your eyes open for that. It would be really nice. I think I've never seen a yellow-billed oxpecker before, so I would definitely also love to see that. That's a beautiful giraffe. Oh,
if there is a possibility for a pop-up out of GPS now.
Is that a question from Karen?
Yeah.
Karen, what exactly do you mean with the pop-out? Is it, do you mean that when somebody clicks on that it pops out in a separate window? Is that what you mean, or do you mean something else with that? Sure, she's going to reply in chat anytime now. Or email. Let's see. Yeah, I've prepared some of the footage, but let's just stay with the giraffe for a while. Also, if it keeps nice and busy at the waterhole, then we'll just keep all the little videos for another time. Pop-out screen. Okay, yeah. Well, technically, I think that's definitely doable. I'm not so sure what the advantage of that would be, as opposed to when you right-click it and select open a new window, it pops out by itself automatically. Unless you mean that just a little, just the map itself pops out, not a full browser window. That's something. Yeah, I'll keep it in mind and think about it. As I said, we just started with that. We're still playing with it, and maybe that's also something that we should implement. But yeah, we'll definitely keep it in mind and see if that's something that we can or want to do as well. Was it Efremo who's asking this? Yeah, no? It's so difficult to read those.
Ari Momo.
Ari Momo or something? Okay, well, let's just say, sorry I can't read your name, but somebody is asking rather than completely mispronouncing a name. Is it Anne maybe rather than Ari? Anyway, somebody asked whether we could link to Google Earth instead of Google Maps. Yeah, that's definitely something we're looking into, because Google Earth has a lot more functionality than the maps itself. As you could already see from the extra tab that we added to Earth, you can change your perspective, you can turn around, you can move, you can almost like fly around the area. So yeah, we're definitely working on that and then putting layers on that side of it. But as I said, they're still in the development phase. There's lots of other things that we're working on. So. One thing at a time we will be implementing it, but I can't give you a definite date for that at the moment.